Hello, Mid-Michigan, and welcome back to another year number 2 of the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Just like last year, we are starting off our year with a volleyball try with 3 of our ultra-local teams. That'd be Beal City, that'd be Clare, that'd be Sacred Heart Academy. And it should be a little bit better than last year. Last year was the very first broadcast of the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. It was also the very first time this guy had ever called any volleyball action. And so I'm excited to have a little bit more experience underneath my belt and excited to be back for year number 2 here of the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. And I will be joined in just a little bit by Mount Pleasant Oiler varsity head coach for volleyball action, and Miss Brandy Grakowskis, kind of have, a little bit of an expert on the air with me. You can see the Beal City Aggie girls are out there warming up right now. It's going to start off with Beal City and Clare, and then I imagine it'll be Beal City Sacred Heart, and then Clare will come out because they're the home team. I feel like you're going to make them wait, just the way it would go. But then again, your boy's still learning a whole lot here about volleyball action. It is the Woods Household pregame show. Going to run through the start. Well, I guess not the starters, just kind of everybody on each team for Clare and Beal City before we get rolling. For your home Clare Pioneers, you got Brenna Campbell, Kylie Wyman, Hadley Lauch, Marley Clark, Pam Allen, Aria Smiley, Amelia Rizik, Lena Renner, Hadley Jones, Sierra Mills, Bree Smith, and Kylie Wentworth. And for the Lady Aggies of Beal City, it's Amaya Scully, Lily Gross, Beth Block, Aubrey Thielen, Eleni Longton, Ella Pastotnik. I'm going to try and get that one right. Tessa Weber, Taylor Keebaugh, Paisley Shoemaker, Emma Block, Jocelyn Cook, and Maisie McDonald rounding things out for the Lady Aggies of Beal City. And the Aggies out there still taking some warm-ups. As you can see on the scoreboard clock, about 20 seconds or so, and it is winding down and kind of get ready for the national anthem and all that jazz. So what we're going to do is send it out to a break here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. And when we come back, might be in the middle of the national anthem. We might be getting ready for, as I say, the opening tip, the opening serve. But it's Volleyball Tri Action. It's Beal City. It is Clare. It is Sacred Heart Academy. And, oh, boy, this Friday, high school football gets underway with the defending state champion Beal City Aggies as they take on Ravenna. Going to set it out to a break. We're going to be back with more right after this. So we get things rolling. A brand new year here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Back with more right after this.
Hi, I'm attorney Joe Barbary. Just like doctors specialize in areas of medicine, at Barbary Law, we specialize in getting you the best possible results. If you've been injured by someone else's negligence, you owe it to yourself and your family to call our legal team. At Barbary Law, we focus on one thing, and that's getting you the compensation you deserve. Every case we take personally.
My attorney is Joe Barbary. He can be yours too.
Konwinski Construction offers a full range of construction services on small and large projects. Konwinski Construction is a leader in the community and are proud to support those student athletes who will be leading our community tomorrow. Konwinski Construction on Gover Parkway, Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant Automotive on Mission has been serving local auto shops and do-it-yourselfers since 1988. Mount Pleasant Automotive is locally owned and carries all the auto part, car care products, and auto maintenance supplies you will need. Visit them online at mtpleasantautomotive.com. Mount Pleasant Automotive, caring for our cars and our local student athletes. Ogwai Banga and Bradley on Main Street in Mount Pleasant provides uncompromising integrity when providing tax and accounting services to individuals and small businesses in the Mid-Michigan area. Ogwai Banga and Bradley has an expert CPA ready to help you, whether you're an individual that needs help with taxes or a business that needs help with, just about everything. Ogwai Banga and Bradley is a leader in the community and a proud supporter of local high school sports. Visit them online at bwbpc.com or stop into their office on Main Street in downtown Mount Pleasant. Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes, working hard and showing pride for our community. For all of your real estate needs, go with Joe. Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, 989-817-1291. Martinez Lawn Care, just like our local football teams, can keep your yard looking good deep into fall, and we all know winter is coming. Call now to get on their snow plowing schedule. Find Martinez Lawn Care on Facebook or call them at 989-317-5536. Welcome back inside Clare High School in our Barbary Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. Chris Bachman back with you for another year of high school action, starting with volleyball and football in the fall. Moving to girls and boys basketball in the winter. Also maybe a little bit of wrestling action as well. More on that. And then heading towards the spring, baseball and softball action in the Mid-Michigan area. And these Clare girls, some of them are fresh off that long trip to the state finals in that state championship game for softball. And talking with Coach Shannon Taylor, did she see some carryover from that? Oh, yes, she absolutely did. Starting off on the serve will be Tessa Weber for the Lady Aggies of Beal City. Again, we'll get some of these lineups out to you. The subs happen a lot out here, and again, your boy's still trying to get a whole lot of this volleyball action down, so we'll do the best we can out there. And by the time, they get towards the end of plan, we'll have their numbers down, so second game, third game with these teams will be so much better. We do plan to do some audio-only coverage in the volleyball playoffs this year. First serve is over. Clare sends it back over on a nice touch. Back to Beal, now back to Clare. Kylie Wyman looking for the hit, and she's just going to miss to the outside, and so it'll be a point for Beal City, allowing Tessa Weber to stay on the serve. Talking with Coach Jablonski, Tessa Weber is probably their best server, but they got a whole team that can serve it well. Here comes the hit. Nice block in the back, or a dig, I guess I should say, but it wasn't really dug out of the ground. It was just a powerful hit. That one is going to be a hit and kill for Beal City. It went out of bounds, but it was tipped by the Clare blocker. Oh, pardon me. They're actually going to say that that was a point for Clare. They're actually, no, they got it 1-1. It should be 2-0 here. I'm waiting to see them change up the score possibly. But right now it says 1-1, but Tessa Weber's still on the serve, so obviously that was a point for Beal City. Right in the middle, it is dug out. Here comes the hit from the outside. It's going to be a kill. Nice play on the outside there from Sierra Mills. 2-1, Beal City with the lead. They did get that corrected on, or no, they got Clare in the lead. Pardon me, I'm still a little confused of how Weber stayed on the serve there. But regardless, Clare does have the lead, 2-1. Unless Beal City's the home team here, and they're really goofing me up. We'll see if we can get that figured out here in a minute. And if so, we'll change that on the scoreboard. Here comes a block at the net. It's dug out. Nice play at the net from Lainey Longton. It's going to allow Beal City to set something up. There's an attack. Longton tries to dig it out again, but it's going to hit the floor. And so the point does go to Clare, and so Clare is the visitor, which is going to make things a little confusing here. And again, I got the scoreboard on there. I'm going to try and change things up here in just a moment, or maybe we should just actually remove the scoreboard. Your boy here will keep you on top of things. There's a touch over for Longton. The point will go to Beal, and now I think they do have it to where Beal City is the visitor. And again, this might just be your boy still learning a little bit of volleyball and missing a couple things out there. But Beal City has the 3-2 lead. And they are also out there wearing white, I guess, too. It's going to be an ace. What a shot there on the serve for Beal City. And getting another opportunity with it will be Maisie McDonald. 4-2 Beal City with the lead. Again, it is correct. Beal City, the visitor, Clare, the home team. Here comes a serve over. Nice dig from Clare. That was Marley Clark, and then they're going to send it over for the kill. 4-3 now the score, and Clare is back on the serve. All right, on the serve for Clare is going to be Sierra Mills. Kylie Wyman is out there. Also Smiley out there as well. Trying to look to the front of the net as the ball comes over, and Beal City will go on the attack. It's going to be dug out by Wyman, but towards the bench, and so it will go out of bounds. Point going to Beal City. Also out there is Amelia Rizek for Clare. See if we can run it all down. It's Rizek, it's Pam Allen, it's Marley Clark, it's Kylie Wyman, it's Sierra Mills, along with Smiley. Beal City now on the serve. They lead it 5-3. Wyman digs it out. Comes the kind of the back row attack to send it over on the third touch. Now over the side, a little tip over there from Maya Scully. It's dug out. Now there's a big hit at the net. Looked like that was Marley Clark with the kill for Clare, 5-4. Now we have a substitution coming in for Beal City. It's Scully, it's Longton, Shoemaker out there, along with Tessa Weber. And here comes the serve. Also out there is McDonald and Thielen for Beal City as I try and, actually get who's out there for you for once. Marley Clark sends it over. It will be a point to Beal City, as it went out of bounds. I think she thought that might have got touched at the net, or could have gotten touched at the net, so she didn't worry about the power she put on it. A little too much heat on the kill. It goes out of bounds. 6-4, Beal City with the lead. Longton now on the serve. Talking with the Jablonskis, Jordan Jablonski told me it's kind of a lot of risk-reward with Longton. High risk, high reward. That time, Clare does get the point on the nice attack after the serve. Pam Allen now on the serve for Clare. 6-5, Beal City with the lead. That's going to be right on the back line. They're going to say it was out of bounds. The point will go to Beal City. 6-6 now the score. On the serve for the Lady Aggies is going to be Paisley Schumacher. Shout out to GNS Mechanical and Ed Schumacher, one of the big sponsors here of the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Here comes the set and the hit. Nice block at the net and a dig in the back row, allowing Maya Scully to have a chance to go for the hit. That's dug out. Nice play in the back row there from Sierra Mills. Now it's at the net. Hit back over by Beal City. It stays alive. Weber looking to set up her teammate for the kill. It's dug out by Clare, pardon me. Beal City with a chance to set something up here. Little tap at the net. Wonderful play from Beal City. That was Emma Block with the kill that time. And it wasn't so much of a big hit. She just knew exactly where to put it. I think the defender was kind of bracing for something coming in hot. It did not come in very hot, allowing Beal City to get the point. They lead it 8-5 here in set number 1. Chance for the kill. It's going to be dug out, but it goes into the back wall. Big time hit there and kill from Marley Clark for the point for Clare. Again, your boy with his scoreboard here is trying to write down some Ks and some assists if I see him, but volleyball goes so fast, it is tough to keep up with. Comes a hit on the outside from Scully. It's going to be blocked at the net. They're going to say that Clare went into the net, so it'll be a point for Beal City. They're going to go up 9-6. Coach Jordan Jablonski with some quick instructions. Now going to have a substitution coming in for Beal City. That substitution, that replacement, brought to you by our new friends at Mount Pleasant Automotive. They got the replacement part for your car, just like the Jablonskis got the replacement out there on the court. 9-6 the score. Here comes the serve from Tessa, or it's going to be an ace. Pardon me, thought that was Tessa Weber on the serve there. It was Jocelyn Cook with the ace. Going to have a timeout now coming from Clare. 10-6 is the score. We'll keep our broadcast right here and go through some of our great live read sponsors. And I feel like I got almost everybody, it's like a loaded football team or something. I got everybody coming back and a whole new round of sponsors that are just making so many great things possible here for the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. You know, we're coming to you live from the Barbary Law Studios, and Gates Drilling and Service continue to be our great halftime sponsor, but obviously called them intermission sponsor here at Clare High School. Bill's Custom Fab, the fabrication of the game or the evening, we'll say tonight. And it's always the Bird All-American Grill post-game show. And also shout out to our friends at Clark Modular Homes, Brad Malley Well Drilling, and Malley Construction. Got our score updates brought to you by them. And then we've got our Weefrich Financial, Zeta Batchelder Baller of the Game, Woods Household Appliance pregame show, and the best seat in the house brought to you by Woods Household. And I guess the umpires, the officials are standing here for volleyball, but they've got the best view in the house. Also, shout out to J&J Auto, Blackco Pools and Spas, Konwinski Construction, Weber Brothers Sawmill, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, E&S Graphics, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, Mount Pleasant Automotive, and our friends Bryce Updegraff, Joe Wetworth, Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates. Beal City looking to go on the attack here. Hit goes into the net. Beal City is able to keep it alive. I guess it didn't go into the net. It was blocked back over, and Beal keeps it alive. It went into the net. It would have been a point for Clare. Wyman with the attack, and she will get the kill. Wyman saw space on that back line, and she absolutely nailed that one for the hit kill to get the point for Clare. 10-7, Beal City with the lead here in the early going. Comes a serve from Clare, from Smiley. It's going to go out, and so it'll be a point going to Beal City. Usually you always, have the team in the lead with the score first, but when it's this score, you always say 7-11 because everybody just knows 7-11. Tessa Weber back in on the serve for the Lady Aggies. Started this game on the serve, I think 3 straight points or something like that. Nice dig right at the net for Beal City. Weber sends it over with the setter dump. and it's going to be a point. A very great effort out there for Marley Clark, but a great play from Tessa Weber. She saw where nobody was at. She knew she didn't even need to jump up and spike it or hit it or anything like that. Just sent it over with a nice set, some nice touch. Nobody could get there. 12-7, Beal City with the lead. Service sent over. It's blocked right at the net on the pass over from Clare. Beal's able to keep it alive and set up the outside attack. And it's a big hit and kill from Lily Gross on the right side that time. You've got Gross. Pastotnik. Again, I might be butchering that one. Sorry, Ella. Laney Longton in on the front. Also out there is Shoemaker, Weber, and Jocelyn Cook for Beal City. That one's going to go out as Weber was looking for another ace there. 13-8 now the score. And out there for Clare, we have got Sierra Mills, Amelia Rizek, along with Pam Allen. Kylie Wyman is on the serve right now. Smiley's also out there along with Marley Clark. Nice little dump over from Shoemaker for the point on the second touch. What a play there from Shoemaker. Again, that's one of those, it's a kill, essentially, as, you know, whenever the ball hits the floor, it's killed, it's dead. You got to start over. But a wonderful play right there. She just knew everybody was waiting for her to set it up high for somebody to come in for the big hit. Nobody was really ready for that. Serve hits the net. It still counts. Nice little dump over this time by Amelia Rizek. Very similar plays, just done in different ways. Schumacher went with the set. For Rizek, it was just a little tap towards the top of the net. 14-9 is the score. High serve this time. Weber's able to handle it. Now they're looking to set up her teammate. It's going to be blocked at the net. Nice job of Pasnak to be able to keep that off the floor. Set teammate once again. It's going to be not blocked at the net. They let it go, and it goes out of bounds. A really good decision there by the Lady Aggies. Ella Pasnak on the serve there. Dug out by Wyman. Going to set the teammate at the net. What a dig there by Weber. They look to keep it alive. Scully sends it over. What a play from Beal City. Great hustle. Now they look for the setter dump, but Beal City's ready for it. Now it's sent over on the second touch by Beal City. Play at the net. They get it over the blocker. Longton looks to keep it alive. And they do send it back over with McDonald. A couple of great hustle plays on this rally here from Beal City, and it pays off as Marley Clark goes long, and the point will go to Beal City. Excellent hustle that time from the Lady Aggies, able to get the point. Comes a serve over. Wyman digs it out. Now Wyman's going to look for a little touch at the net. She kind of mistimed it there, and it goes into the net. She was looking to just kind of tap it over on the run. Did not work out for the senior for Clare. Substitution coming in for the Lady Aggies is going to be Brenna Campbell. On the serve, Aria Smiley. Smiley sends it over. Wyman there to dig it out. Play at the net. Allen's blocked, but it goes on the side of Beal City. Big time hit there from Pam Allen. She'll get credit for the kill. It's 17-10. Beal City with the lead. Clare looking to garner some momentum here. Aubrey Thielen is back into the game for Beal City. Comes the left-handed serve from Clare. On the serve is Rizek. Longton sends it over. There's able to play it towards the back sideline. Wyman with the back row attack sends it over. Scully looking for the kill. It's dug out, but to nowhere. Excellent hit, kill there that time from Maya Scully. Beal City goes up 18-10. Beal City in control right now. Here comes the serve from Laney Longton. Towards the back row. Allen keeps it alive. Rizek sends it over. Or pardon me, it's Smiley that sends it over. Here comes the left-handed hit from Rizek in the back row. It's going to be good for a point. 18-11 is the score. First period here, or first set, I should say, with Beal City and Clare. Best of three. This one's dug out from Beal. Block sends it over with the pass. Chance for Wyman to go for the kill here, and she makes it happen. Kylie Wyman with the big windup and is able to send it over. Just like in the circle, she brings a whole lot of power. Pam Allen remaining on the serve for Clare. 18-12 the score. Pioneers looking to make a run to get back into this one. Dug out by McDonald. Schumacher with a set. Scully looking for the kill. It's dug out by Allen. It goes into the rafters, but Clare's able to keep it alive. Wyman sends it over with the little setter dump. Scully now looking to power that one over. It's dug out again by Pam Allen. Little dump this time into the donut hole. Beal keeps it alive somehow. Here comes the play now from Beal City. Wyman looking for the kill. Dug out by McDonald. What a rally right here, but then it goes towards the bench. Thielen looks to keep it alive, but Clare will get that point. What a battle. 18-13 now the score. Pam Allen continues on the serve for the Lady Pioneers. Looks to send this one right over the net. Great location. Schumacher looks to set her teammate up. It's dug out by Clare. Looking to get towards the back row is Wyman, but it's going to go too long. 19-13 our score here. Beal City does come into this game 1-0. They bested Beaverton 3-0, 25-15, 25-21, and 21-11. Clare is 0-2, falling to Reed City and Ludington, a couple bigger schools. There's a pass over. Schumacher now looking to set up her teammate. The attack, it is Lily Gross. It's dug out by Clare, but sometimes you dig it out and it just kind of barely gets back up off the ground. It was a great play out there to keep it alive by Amelia Rizek, but Gross will get credit for the kill as Clare couldn't get anything done with that. Timeout on the floor coming from Clare. 20-13 remains the score. Continue to thank some more of our great sponsors here. Again, volleyball, unlike our other sports, not necessarily set up for a broadcast, and so I'll send it out to commercials as much as I can in between sets, in between games, between these three teams here on this evening. But I'd like to give some much love to Mount Pleasant Public Schools, hiring bus drivers. They also need subs and more. Go to mtpleasantschools.net to get started. Also love to Martinez Lawn Care, Bogwai Banga and Bradley, Powell Frame and Collision, Dixova Auto Sales, Block Electric, The Diner, WW Construction, All Seasons Fireworks, Pier Plumbing, Hanging by a Thread, GNS Mechanical, along with our friends at the Isabella Community Sportsplex, Mount Pleasant Heating and AC, Smith & Sons Meat Processing, the Beal City Village Store, Sydney's Judges Bench, Dog Central, Barry Funeral Home, Boomer's Lawn Care, Doozy's Ice Cream Place, Almost Up North, and Stitches for Britches, your Clare Pioneer Gear headquarters, along with Schaefer's Bait and Sporting Goods, Gross Farms, Brad Gross Electric, the Fisher Companies, and Kenneth Egger, DDS. Serve from Beal is dug out, now looking for the big attack in the middle. It is going to go long out there for Miss Rizek. She's looking to put a whole lot of power into that one. 21-13 the score. Aggies on the serve at Schumacher. Clark with the hit at the net. That one's going to go long. And you wonder with this first game, maybe like a quarterback being a little too pumped up, kind of overthrowing some people, if that's something that can happen when you got these young ladies out here in their first couple games of the season. You get that shot at the net for the first time, you just put a little too much power in it. Comes the play over from Clark. It's dug out by Lily Gross. Schumacher now looks to set up Weber for the back row attack. It's dug out. Nice play from Clare from Brenna Campbell. They're not going to be able to get it back over. A point will go to Beal City. It is 23-13. Beal City with a 10-point lead, only 2 points away from taking this first set from Clare. Again, you got three teams, all powerhouses last year. Actually, all won districts last year. Did Clare, did Beal City, did Sacred Heart Academy. Sacred Heart Academy did make the deepest run to the state semifinals, but you could say they were in Division 4, so did they have the easiest run? Yeah, not necessarily. Big hit kill there from Wyman, 23-14. And with the way things go in volleyball, Clare's totally capable of making a run. See what Marley Clark can do here on the serve. Dug out by Gross. Schumacher looking to set up block. It's just a little too tall, and so the point will go to Clare. Again, that's another one of those early season situations, I think, where timing just a little bit off between Paisley Schumacher and Miss Emma Block. Clark remains on the serve. 8-point game. Clare trails 23-15. Moment there. Clark resets, sends a serve over. It's going to go low into the net. I think she's going to blame that stoppage and play there. She kind of went up, looked like she was ready to go, and then it was stopped. Then had to kind of reset herself, and then it went straight into the net. Jocelyn Clark coming into the game. She already has one ace. If she was able to get one here, that would end our first set. It's 24-15, Beal City in front. Send over its dugout. Rizik looking to set up Wyman with the hit. It's blocked at the net. Somehow Wyman keeps it alive, sends it over. What an athletic play right there from Kylie Wyman. You talk about the old Bills custom fabrication of the game. That's the type of play you're looking for right there. And that technically, again, I'm way off when I write these down, but I've got that as Wyman's third kill in this one. Nice serve that time. Beal City is going to be able to get it over on the third touch, but they just kind of pass it over. Wyman set up for another kill. She's blocked at the net. Beal City keeps it alive, but it goes straight up in the air. It'll be another point, another kill for Kylie Wyman. When they're able to set her up on that left side, she has been an absolute powerhouse here in set number one. Smiley on the serve. And that will be another point for Clare, an ace for Smiley there. 24-18, Clare looking to make a little bit of a run here. Nice hustle there from Beal City. That's the third or fourth time this game where they had no business setting the ball back over to Clare's side, but they're able to. But Clare is able to take advantage of that not-so-great touch. 24-19. We now have a timeout coming from Jay Jablonski as Clare looks to make a bit of a run. 24-19 the score. Volleyball, you got to win it by 2. And so Beal City still with plenty of opportunities, but it was 24-13 at one point just moments ago. 6 straight points for Clare. Kind of got them right back in it. Wyman has been key on that run. Smiley's been doing great with the serve. Lady Aggies back out there. It's Weber, Stoltnick, Cook, Block, Schumacher, along with Gross. Remaining on the serve for Clare is Smiley. Out there with Clark, Allen, Wyman, Mills. And look for that last number out there, Rizik. 24-20 as that one goes into the ceiling there for Beal City. Smiley remains on the serve. A great run for Smiley right now. Chance for the hit on the outside. It's blocked, sent back over. Another point for Clare. I believe this is an 8-0 run at game point for the Lady Pioneers. Again, it was 24-13. They've battled all the way back to 24-21. Smiley sends it over once again. It's another point, an ace for Aria Smiley. And what a big point to have it. We will have another timeout coming from Beal City. 24-22 is the score. Give me a moment to shout out some more of our great sponsors. See some of the Weber Bros walking in. Weber Brothers Sawmill. Big shout out to them. Sponsor of the timber of the game. See who's been playing the strongest at the net so far in this one. And Wyman right there for the running for Clare. She's been fantastic. And again, when I write down these hit kills, I'm way off on it, but got Wyman with 4 or so right now for Clare. Emma Block, Lily Gross, Schumacher, Tessa Weber also been really great for Beal City. Schumacher looks to set up her teammate. Little tip over is going to go right into the net, so it's another point for Clare. I believe that's 10 straight for Clare now. It was 24-13. And then going on a run at serve, it's Miss Aria Smiley, 24-13. Sends this one over. It goes out of bounds, and that will do it. And that is the fickle part of volleyball right there. You go on a 10-0 run, but it still ends 25-23 with Beal City winning it. Whew, what A comeback almost right there from the Lady Pioneers. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have set number 2, Beal City, Clare, here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network as get things rolling on year number 2.
Jenna Gates.
And Kyle Gates here. We are the 5th generation with Gates Drilling and Service.
We've been serving our friends and neighbors in Michigan since 1893.
We have the latest and greatest well drilling technology, allowing us to put in wells where others can't.
Lake lots and tight spaces are no problem.
From our family to yours, thank you, and call at 989-772-7841 for all your well drilling and service needs.
Gates Drilling and Service, where Gates goes, water flows.
Bill's Custom Fab can handle any job you need, from large-scale steel building projects to fixing your favorite stainless serving pan. Bill's Custom Fab can weld and fabricate anything. Call today at 989-772-5817 or stop by on Gover Parkway in Mount Pleasant. Good luck to all of our local athletes from Bill's Custom Fab.
The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, open every day but Sunday for lunch and dinner. Delicious pizza, the world-famous Bird Burger, handcrafted, fresh-baked subs, many apps, and much more. There's something for everyone at The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, where friends gather like family. The Bird, supporting high school sports in mid-Michigan for nearly 100 years. We have all seen this sticker, maybe in Mount Pleasant, Beal City, Ithaca, or Traverse City. There is a reason you see that sticker everywhere. That's because Dick Sova Auto Sales has been selling sharp used cars and trucks for 3 generations. Stop in to see the Sova family in downtown Shepherd for your next low-mileage, immaculate car and see why they're known for over 40 years of fantastic customer service. Or you can view their inventory now at DickSovaAutoSales.com. Dick Sova Auto Sales, selling sharp used cars and trucks and supporting sharp student athletes. Powell Frame and Collision knows we all spend a lot of time looking out the windshield. So if yours gets cracked, dented, damaged, or destroyed, Powell Frame and Collision, along with their expert collision service, now offers expert auto glass replacement. Working with insurance, they can replace all makes and all models, including new advanced driver assistance system windshields. Mention you saw this ad and you can get $100 off of your windshield replacement. Powell Frame and Collision, downtown Shepherd. For over 4 decades, ENS Graphics has delivered confidence, trust, and peace of mind by providing their customers with expert service and using state-of-the-art technology. We all know in sports, what's on the inside counts the most. But when it comes to your business, school, organization, what's on the outside does matter. If your business needs anything printed, ENS Graphics can do it. If you want your club, team, organization to look good, ENS can help with that. They take your vision and make it their mission. ENS Graphics, a proud supporter of the Mid-Michigan community and their local athletes. Visit ENS Graphics at their location down in Ithaca or visit their website at esgraphics.com. ENS Graphics, printing all things physical. Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network in our Barbary Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. Quick start to set number 2. Clare could not quite get it back over. Point went to Beal City. Now this serve goes out of bounds. Point goes to Clare. So instead of nothing, we come back. I'll make the joke that it is 1-1. On the serve for the Lady Pioneers, Miss Sierra Mills sends it over with the right hand. Dug out of the back row, stays in the back row. Weber looking to set up her teammate. A really nice set there from Weber in the back row to set up Pasnick for the hit. Scully now looks to go cross court. It just goes out of bounds. Oh, no, they're going to give the point to Scully. They're going to say that it was in. What a cross court play there from Maya Scully. She was kind of on the run, on the turn, and somehow was able to get it across the court for the point. Ella Pasnick is now on the serve for the Lady Aggies. Again, my apologies to Ella if I'm butchering her name. One of those that just heard it a bunch of times now. Was even told by Coach. But still a little iffy on it. Here comes a send over from Marley Clark. It's going to be blocked at the net. For those of you watching on YouTube, give me a moment here as our stream is now having some troubles when it comes to Facebook. And so I'm going to have to send a little message there to where everybody can go find this one. So, again, if you're watching there, just hang on with me. For those of you we're watching on Facebook, we're going to get you right back to it here. On the serve now is Rizik for Clare. Point is going to go to Beal City. And that will be a point for Beal City. That'll make it 5-2. And again, if you're watching there on YouTube, my apologies for kind of taking a break there for a moment, but wanted to make sure everybody knew how they could find the stream on YouTube now. That's going to be an ace sent over from McDonald. Big time play there from Beal City as they now go up 6-2 and really have got a whole lot of momentum going in this one. Lainey Longton manning on the serve, 6-2. Beal City with the lead. She's going to send it right into the net this time. Point is going to go to Clare. 6-3 the score. On the serve is Pam Allen. Nice high serve, sends it right to the middle of the court. Weber now looking for the back row attack. Nice location. It's dug out, though. Excellent play from Clare. Weber now digs it out. Chance for Scully to send it over on the kill. Going into the net were the Lady Pioneers. The point will go to Beal City. 7-3 is the score. On the serve now, Paisley Schumacher for Beal City. Sends it over. Excellent location. Great dig out there from Sierra Mills. Lily Gross looks to send it over on the attack. It's dug out by Rizik. To Allen. Wyman looking for the little touch over. It's going to go out of bounds. Looked like there was maybe touching there at the net. But it will be a point going to Beal City. They lead it 8-3. They won set number 1, 25-23. They were up 24-13. Clare went on a 10-0 run. And then the serve went out of bounds, had Beal winning at 25-23. Clare does not look like they've carried that momentum over from the end of set number 1. Big time kill there from Maya Scully for the point. Talk about the Bills custom fab fabrication of the game. Those are the type of plays you are looking for. Big time kill there from Scully. Again, I only had her pinned down for one in our first game, but I think she had several more than that. Here comes the serve, 9-3, Beal City with the lead. Almost goes into the net. Marley Clark with the attack. Nice dig out there from Schumacher. Chance for Scully to send it over. She just tips this one over, doesn't go for the big hit. Now Wyman sends it over on the dive. Nice play from Kylie Wyman. On the attack is Gross, goes into the net, but it was touched by Clare, and so it will be a point for Beal City. Or what I think happened there, went over the net, into a Clare defender, off the net and out of bounds. Again, so hard. I'm learning so much about volleyball and how fast it is. Schumacher on the serve. Aubrey Thielen, Tessa Weber, Lily Gross, Maya Scully, and Emma Block out there for Beal City. They lead it 10-3. What a serve. Diving to dig that one out was Alina Renner, but it goes out of bounds. It's Renner, it's Clark, it's Smiley, Wyman, Allen, and Rizik out there for Clare. They trail 11-3 here to Beal City. Another great serve. Back-to-back aces coming from Paisley Schumacher. The excellent serve for Beal City. We're going to have a timeout here coming from Clare, and they need it, trailing 12-3. Nice little run right here for the Lady Aggies. Schumacher with back-to-back aces. Make the joke, the old, turkey, when you go bowling, you get 3 in a row. I don't know what happens when you get 3 aces in a row in high school volleyball. I actually don't know if I've seen it before. 12-3 is the score. Beal City heads back out. Schumacher getting some last-second instructions from head coach Jay Jablonski. The Aggies would love to win it 2-0 over the rival Clare and save a little bit of juice later for another rival in Sacred Heart Academy. Another great serve. It is 3 aces in a row for Paisley Schumacher. You talk about the Bills' custom fabrication of the game. Schumacher, ace, ace, ace. And I don't know if I have seen that. And again, Brandy Grakowskis will be joining me here in a little bit. I will have to ask her, how often do you see 3 aces in a row in high school volleyball? And it's going to be another ace. 4 in a row for Schumacher. You got to be kidding me. 14-3 is the score. And don't forget, it was a big comeback from Clare that almost had them winning game number 1 before falling 25-23. Almost another ace. Wyman is able to send it over on the attack, but it was another great location on the serve from Schumacher. This one's going to go up into the rafters, and it's not going to come down. You talk about something you'll never see before. The ball goes up into the rafters. It gets stuck on the ledge. It actually does not come back down. And so it doesn't look like there was a point awarded there. And so I think we're going to do it over. 14-3 remains the score. Here comes the serve. Schumacher looking for another ace. She has had 4 in a row. Nice kill that time from the outside. I believe that was Pam Allen finally stopping the run of 4 straight aces from Paisley Schumacher. And Clare will go back on the attack. Again, they had a 10-0 run in game number 1. They need something similar to happen here in game number 2. Thielen digs it out. Schumacher with the pass, and now Gross and Thielen kind of tangle each other up. And so it's going to hit the floor. Point will go to the Lady Pioneers. Here comes the serve from Marley Clark. Block, Schumacher, Scully. She looks for the kill. It will be just out of bounds, 14-6. Beal City leads it 1-0 over Clare. It was 25-23 in set number 1. Beal City was up at one point, though, 24-13. This one's hit over the net and set up perfectly for Sierra Mills as she hammers it down for the point. 14-7, the score. That one went all the way almost into the hallway. Coach Jablonski had to retrieve it. Marley Clark back on the serve for Clare. 14-7. Lady Pioneers looking to make a run here, trailing 1-0. Thielen looks to send it over. They won't be able to get it over on the third touch. Marley Clark now looking to put together a serving run of herself after we saw Schumacher go 4 straight aces for the Lady Aggies. Clark back on the attack. Schumacher looking to set up block. She just tips it over. Wyman now set up for the big hit, and she'll send it in for the kill. And if Kylie Wyman gets set up right, it was Rizik setting her up that time, she will hammer it down for the point. 14-9. Here comes that run from Clare. And you looked at the last game, maybe Clare had their run a little bit too late. Now they're making the run a little bit earlier this game. 14-9 the score. It was 14-3, Beal City with the lead. Thielen digs it out. It's going to go into the net. Beal City somehow keeps it alive. Scully sends it over. For the outside attack, goes into the donut hole. An excellent play there from Smiley to get the kill. There was a couple blockers at the net, and so instead of hitting it into them, she kind of did a little tip over, and she gets the point. 14-10 now the score. Clark sends it over. Thielen digs it out, but it almost goes into the bench. Gross is able to send it over. Clark setting up Sierra Mills with the kill is Amelia Rizik. Nice assist there from Rizik, and that's exactly how you want to do it right there. It's dug out perfectly, goes to Rizik. She sets up her teammate Sierra Mills for the kill, and it's 14-11. And this is very, very similar to the end of the last game. Beal City got out to the big lead. They were leading 24-13. Clare went on a 10-0 run to cut it to 24-23 before Beal City ultimately won it on a long serve, 25-23. This one was 14-3, Beal City with the lead. Now 8 straight points from Marley Clark on the serve, and the Lady Pioneers have it to 14-11. Momentum so big in volleyball. We're seeing that play true here. Marley Clark will remain on the serve for the Lady Pioneers. Sends it over, dug out by Weber. Nice dive there from Tessa Weber. Scully sends it over just on a pass, though. Rizik looks to set up Wyman on the outside. She hammers it over, but it's blocked at the net by Block. This one's sent over into the middle. Thielen looking to set up her teammate Block. Never mind, it's going to be Scully looking for that outside attack. Nice dig there from Allen to keep it alive. Back over to Beal City. Into the speaker it goes. Block and Gross send it over. It goes high but doesn't touch anything. Rizik looking to set up Sierra Mills. She does. Dug out by Weber. Thielen looks to keep it alive, and it goes into the back wall. It's going to be short. 14-12 is the score. And it was 14-3 Beal City, but a big-time run from Clare has got them right back into it. And I've got good news for all the volleyball fans out there. Things are going to get a lot more knowledgeable as Brandy Grakowskis joins us. And the one good news, I'll make the joke, Brandy, and people will be able to go back and find it, but our Facebook stream has failed.
Oh,
and
no.
So our monster audience, and I put a post on there too, but our monster audience is going to be gone for the live. So we don't even got to be that. I'll make the joke. We don't got to be quite as nervous or whatever. But 15-12 is a score. I'll kind of break things down for you as you're just joining me. Thanks for coming up here after practice too to help me with this. Beal was up 24-13 in game set number 1. Clare went on a 10-0 run to make it 24-23. Then a serve went out of bounds, allowing Beal to win the set 25-23. Beal was up here 14-3. Then Clare went on an 8 or 9-0 run. It would have been to make it 14-12. And now Beal City's got a couple more points back. On the serve for Beal City is going to be Jocelyn Cook.
So Clare likes a challenge.
Yeah. This one's going to go into the net there for Cook. 16-13 the score here. And again, we might just kind of start talking just a little bit more volleyball here and kind of let the video take care of some of the action. As I still got a lot to learn, Brandy, about volleyball, and it's one of those, like, you can see me got a few things written down there trying to keep up with stats, but man, it's so fast as we see an unbelievable play by Schumacher to get it over. Wyman now with the touch over right into the donut hole for the point. That is going to make it 16-14. And so have you had any experience? Again, you guys are a bigger school than these two, but have you seen these guys in a scrimmage? Or seen
yeah, we host varsity and JV scrimmages all of the month of July, and these guys are all 3 teams, actually, avid every year participants. So we get to see them on the weekly, almost twice a week sometimes for the varsity. JV only goes once a week. So.
Yeah. And that one goes out of bounds right there, allowing the point for Clare. They have battled back. I like how you made the joke. They like to make it tough. They got to wait. They wait till they're down. Again, it was 14-3 Beal City in this one. It is now 16-15 as Clare has battled back. Looking for the hit at the net. It's blocked at the net, but still follows to the side of Clare. Looking to dig it out at the last second was Brenna Campbell. Nice diving attempt, but the point will go to Clare. And Tessa Weber's back on the serve, and she's one of their better servers, so I want you to watch her serve and tell me what you think of it.
Yeah, a little bit of float going on there. I like that she went cross court. I like to tell my girls to serve on a side and not serve out of the middle of the line, and don't serve into the middle of the court. Right. I like cross court and line serves. Harder to pass, I think.
There was a big block there from Longton at the net too, but like I said, you're not only helping out people listening, you're helping out me too. Another big block at the net for Longton to make it 19-15 Beal City. And those are the type of plays right there that I'll throw myself under the bus as a short guy. If I was playing men's volleyball, I'm not making that play on the front line right there. big-time
Short
block.
people can block?
That's big-time block.
Not unheard of?
Yeah. Well, Longton's blocking my shot at the net. I'll make that joke. Here comes the hit from Wyman, and it's going to be another kill. Actually, Beal somehow saves it to keep it alive, but it would have been their fourth touch anyway. And Wyman is the one girl that has stood out to me in this first game. When it's lined up for her, the power that she brings, similar to her in the circle, too.
Yeah, she has a big arm. I noticed that a couple years ago at scrimmage and just had to get a little bit of control over it, which I think that she's done very well of.
Schumacher looking to set up her teammate. Big hit at the net for Pasnick, but it's going to be blocked at the net by Mills. And so the point will go to Clare, 19-17. Wyman will remain on the serve. I'm seeing it here in this game. Like I said, 14-3 to 14-11. The runs, the momentum.
Yeah, momentum for sure.
And could you compare it to basketball, just the way the games move so fast?
Yeah, I think so. I listened to all of your podcasts with all the other coaches and stuff, and especially, like, I believe Jordan from Beal City mentioned the whole shift of momentum and yeah, so game of errors, game of momentum.
19-18. Wyman looking to serve here to tie the score. And actually, I think about it, I don't know if Clare's ever had the lead in either of these first two sets here, so this could be big for them to tie it up. Big hit over from Pasnick. Wyman looking to get the save, or the dig. I almost want to still call it the save when they dive on the floor like that.
Still saving it from touching the floor. So, do you know are they playing 3 sets to 25?
Yep, it would be 3 to 25.
If it goes that way.
Yep. But if
otherwise, if you do it in 2, then we're done. Got it.
Mills sends it over. It's going to be just out of bounds, so the point will go to Beal City, 21-18. And Clare hasn't had the lead yet. They were just so close to how big would that have been for them to tie it, maybe take the lead there for that momentum?
Yeah, then it becomes, especially if at game of 20 or whatever, then it's a game to 5. Like, you're starting fresh, you're starting over. We do that in practice, like starting 20-20 or 21-21, and you're working on trying to get those 4 or 5 points to seal out the game.
Big-time plays right there between Longton and Mills at the net. Mills ends up getting the better of it right there, 21-19, as this really comes down to the nitty-gritty. And if you're Beal, you have just as much nerves as Clare, too,
Absolutely.
right? Because the last thing you want is just to go.
No, you don't want it. You don't want to, like, lose that lead.
On the serve now for Lady Pioneers is going to be Miss Hadley Louch. Sends it over with the right hand. Looking for the hit at the net is Pasnick, and she'll get the kill. It was touched at the net, and that actually might have not allowed Wyman to get to it there, but you're always going to go for the block at the net.
That's the blocker's job, is to go up there and slow down the attack, and then it's the DSs behind them to read that touch and go get it. So
Pasnick, the name that I butcher the most out of anybody with the serve here. Louch to Allen, but it's going to go into the net. 23-19, Beal City with the lead here. You can see I even have it wrote down.
I see, like, phonetic.
But it's like I still goof it up. There's just those few names that you just have nervous. It's one of those when I sub at Beal City for the first day, I'll be like, I'll be like the kid after class. I'm gonna write down her name 15 times to make sure I get it right. Because as you can see by the play out there, I need to make sure I get her name right. She's quite an outstanding
You're gonna say
player.
it often.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a little break here in the action. Have you guys had any matches yet this season?
We had a tournament last weekend, or not last weekend. Sorry, we actually had a tournament on Wednesday, Wednesday down in Frankenmuth. So had a good showing. Went 2-1-1. Ended up losing to Imlay City in the semifinals of the gold bracket, and Imlay City has a girl committed to Wake Forest on their team. So, yeah, she was a lefty dominant and hit hard in the front row, and then a setter in the back row, and yeah, dynamic for sure. But super happy with what I saw and what we did for a first outing. Yeah.
Clark goes into the net. That's going to make it match point. I got that correct, right?
Match, because this is,
Yep.
Sorry.
Well, I guess it'd be match and set point.
Correct,
right? Yep.
Yeah.
And that's where I think, for some reason, it still makes me think of tennis.
It is very much like tennis, yeah.
Here comes a serve from Pasnick.
Nice serve.
It's going to go over Wyman, digs it out. Chance for Allen to go in over the kill. It's dug out by Weber. Now a chance for Scully to end it here. He goes right in the middle for the kill. 25-19. Beal City is going to win this one in 2 sets, and you didn't get to see much of this action here. This went pretty quickly.
Yeah,
but
I try to get up as fast as possible.
Hey, and I really appreciate you coming up because, like I said, you're just going to help me so much with my knowledge doing this one broadcast. And the fact that it's the first broadcast of the year, I think is going to work out pretty well. But just talk a little bit more about what you saw out there in this first match.
Lots of attacks into seams from the 1-6 seam. So the volleyball court's in 6 zones, you know, and so in between the 1-6 seam, lots of big hits. Like, girls not afraid to go up when game's tight to hit big, and then aggressive serves too. So.
And one thing I also want to talk about, Paisley Shoemaker, at one point in that set, she had 4 straight aces.
Oh, nice.
How often do you see something like that in high school volleyball, 4 straight?
It depends on who's on the other side, really. Like, so, you know, if you're a Division I going against a smaller, you know, school that maybe if volleyball is not a good, like a main sport of theirs, like, you can see it often, but...
Yeah, well, Brad Antcliffe from Beal City always made the joke that when they're playing that Division IV baseball that sometimes it's me out there in right field. You know what I mean? And so you got some areas here you know, maybe want to key in more, but we got 2 really great volleyball teams here instead. 4 straight aces just really surprised me, but she just kept putting it into a perfect location there. So Beal City is going to win it 2-0. We are going to take a break here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Maybe see if I can get that Facebook stream get going once again. But we'll be back, myself, Brandon Grakowskis, a little bit more. We've got Beal City Sacred Heart. We have got Clare Sacred Heart coming up. Volleyball Tri Action here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Hey guys, it's Tanya from Clark Modular Homes. I'm here to talk to you today about who we are and what we do. Clark's opened in 1983 and has been centrally located right here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. We have one of the largest display centers with around 12 to 15 homes on display all year round. We have a fully experienced staff. We also have an in-house project manager who can pull our permits and coordinate our job from start to finish. We are proud to have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. We are our own contractor, making it a one-stop shop for you for your home building needs. As the owner would say, we can do it all.
Brad Malley Well Drilling has proudly served Mid-Michigan since the early 1990s. We are family-owned with 3 licensed drillers and over 100 years of experience. We specialize in 5-inch PVC water wells and systems ranging from 2 to 12 inches. Every well we do includes a 5-year warranty and 1-year parts and labor guarantee. We are available 24/7, and you'll always talk to a real person. Call Brad Malley Well Drilling today for a free estimate. Trusted service, generation after generation.
Weber Brothers Sawmill has been in the sawmill and logging business since 1950. Weber Brothers Sawmill buys standing timber and logs all over central and northern Michigan with National Hardwood Lumber Association certification. You can be assured of a professional job, from the marking and cruising of your woods through the harvest. Weber Brothers Sawmill is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes. Blockco Pools and Spas is Mid-Michigan's #1 pool and hot tub destination that will turn your old space into your #1 destination. From delivery of a full pool for the family to the relaxing hot tub for after work for mom and dad, Blockco Pools and Spas does it all. Stop by their showroom on Remus Road to check out their beautiful selection of hot tubs and learn how you can build the pool of your dreams.
J&J Auto in Wademan is Mid-Michigan's elite automotive repair shop. J&J Auto offers complete collision repair and mechanical repair. Stop by on Wademan Road or call them today at 989-644-8908. J&J Auto, proud supporters of high school student athletes.
Pure sportsmanship is the most important thing in high school sports. When it comes to your home or business, Pure Plumbing just might be the most important thing. If your plumbing isn't pure, don't worry, no one needs to see the other angle. For Pure Plumbing, call 989-644-8928 or visit mipureplumbing.com. Block Electric Company in Wademan has been powering Michigan for over 30 years. There's no job too big or too small for Block Electric Company, like an entire school or something simple at the home, like making sure the outdoor lighting thermostat, or ceiling fan is installed professionally. Block Electric Company is a proud supporter of local schools and high school student athletes, learning skills in and out of the classroom to lead our communities tomorrow. Good luck to all student athletes from Block Electric Company, and go Aggies. Welcome back to it here real quick on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. For those of you watching on YouTube, we will be back live again here in just a few minutes, but we're going to try and stop things to get things going again on Facebook. And so, Chris Spikeman, sign off for just a minute, but all you folks there on YouTube, we will be right back.